The 850 Club Credit Consultation. Man, it's been another tough video. This has been a topic actually that I've been wanting to talk about for quite some time. And the thing about it is, by now you guys know me. It's 130 videos, and you guys know me. I'm a nice guy. I want to make sure that everybody wins. I don't care how old you are, what color your skin is, who you know, what your background is. I don't care. I want everybody to win that watches this channel. So, but the thing about it is that what I found for those who've never watched any of my videos before. I come from the auto industry, working at Nissan, because I know some people are like, well, does he know what the hell he's talking about? I come from the auto industry where I worked at Nissan for 6 years. I sold over 550 cars in less than 4 of those years. I spent a little bit of time in management as well too. Helped out in finance for like a week, and but I really understood the game. And I say that to say, when I watched a lot of when I watched a lot of customers come in, this was one of the reasons why I started the company, and it was to help people who did not know. And I noticed that a lot of people that did not know, what's going on, Eric? I noticed that a lot of people, which by the way, for those who don't know, I actually met Eric. Eric is actually local here in Illinois. I actually met him in Chicago over the weekend. So sorry to put your business out there, but either way. But here's the problem. Is that I noticed that a lot of minorities, I would say mainly blacks and Hispanics, they did not know about credit. Now, again, it's the reason why I say it's tough to kind of blame anybody for that is because, of course, we have now the internet and things of that. So, but you can't, of course, trust everything in the internet. But what I noticed that while working at the dealership, a lot of people, the reason why they didn't have credit, because their parents didn't have credit, or they told them to stay away from credit cards. I know, like my parents, they wasn't like that. My mom actually has phenomenal credit. But she never like sat down with me, and I'm not blaming her for it. It's just like, again, sometimes you just get busy going through life. And my mom was a homeowner. I mean, she had cars, all the rest of this stuff. But I guess, when do you sit down, right, and kind of go over that? I guess 18, 19, whatever, right? And of course, I'm not mad at her for that. My dad was like, hey, let's pay cash for stuff, whatever the case may be. And that's, again, you don't know what you don't know, right? And I noticed that it wasn't just me. I saw that a lot, especially in mostly black neighborhoods and Hispanic neighborhoods too. And but what I see, like with everyone else, and again, this isn't about race per se, but it's more so about when we finally find like good information, we really should share that information. I'm not just trying to push, trust me, I'm not trying to push any of my videos. If you like it, you like it. If you want to share it, share it. I say that all the time, right? The thing about it is that I feel that a lot of times when we find good information, we don't do a good job of letting someone else know about it. You don't have to share this video, but you can learn it and then tell somebody else. You know what I mean? Because we have to change the way we look at credit. When I worked at the dealership, almost every parent that came and helped their kids and buy a car that had credit to do so, unfortunately, there were minorities. And again, it's mainly because, again, I would say a lot of baby boomers, like, 1950s, 1960s, 70s, somewhere in that range, to them, credit was not that important. They say stay away from credit cards, and, if you don't have cash for it, don't pay for it, that type of stuff. But there's a smarter way to do credit. A lot of times people there's a big difference between buying something you don't need and then swiping your card like crazy and having no intention on paying it back. That's two different things. There is a responsible way to build credit. And I talk about that on this channel. Like, everything I talk about is all the best way to do certain things. We never talk about getting a lot of just stuff and then not paying for it. Like yesterday, I did another tough video about collections. There's a lot of stuff I'm not comfortable with talking about but we see it though. We see it. And that's the thing. When I saw like parents that would come to the dealership and and their kids were there, their kids had phenomenal credit and they didn't even know it. And they weren't, and that's the thing, is that they weren't, they wasn't black, they wasn't Hispanic. And again, that's not their fault. I'm talking about most kids that was like, I'm talking about, Caucasian, I'm talking about Indian, Asian, Arabian, everybody. These kids, they had good credit and they didn't even know it. They took advantage of the authorized user system, what I did a video on before. And you guys gotta do that for your kids. You gotta do it. And again, we don't know what we don't know, But at this point, there's got to be somebody to blame when you watch a video and you still don't do it. Or you watch a video and you don't share with someone. There's enough out here for all of us to win. Because of this YouTube channel, we have clients everywhere. We got clients in Alaska. We got clients in Hawaii. We got clients in places I've never even been before, right? And we got clients of different races, there's people who call me that are deaf, and they have like their interpreter call me just because say, man, hey, I watched one of your videos and I hear pause and they'll tell me something else. It's the most beautiful thing. And because they say, listen, man, I want to do business with you. And we greatly appreciate that. You have no idea how humbled I am. But I like to talk about slightly tough subjects because I know it's tough for people to talk about. I know it is. But that's the thing. It's 2018. We all love each other. Everybody's cool for the most part, right? We're not 100 years ago. We're not 200 years ago. I'm not for war. I'm not for none of that stuff that's like crazy stuff. I'm not for, one race is better than the other race. I'm not like that. And again, my clients will tell you, I have different clients thanks to YouTube all over, in different colors, different ages, different backgrounds. It's just amazing. I get some people that call me, they start off in the conversation cursing, right? And I guess because they assume we that cool. And then and then I get some people that's like so professional, and listen, guys, I'm not a celebrity, okay? I don't care what that number says at the top, what the subscribers, listen, I promise you I will not change. I promise you that. And I say that to say because this is my passion. I want to help people out so much, but we have to get better at seeing information and wanting the best for people. Because let me tell you something. The banks don't give a damn about what you know. That's why they don't teach credit. I would say schools. The reason why schools don't teach credit, they don't want you to know. I'm not knocking schools. I mean, there's so much other subjects, but this is something where it's like, man, I got my degree. Let me go get a house. No one's going to teach you that type of stuff unless it's like a homeowner. We have to get better at coming together and telling people these types of things. So again, I'm not looking for you guys to watch a video and say, oh my God, he wants me to share another video. That is not the case. I'm saying you can learn the information, tell your friends yourself. But again, people are looking for a good resource that people can trust. And if they can say, okay, you know what? I like this information. I like this guy. I like where he comes from. And I'm the so-called black one. My family's not interested in free wisdom about their credit. Man, that's how it is. It's so messed up because the problem is that it's so difficult. What's going on, Jose? Is that in our culture, especially in our neighborhoods, it's just not shared enough. It's just not. And we got to get better at that. I'm not blaming you guys. Of course, you guys are watching it, things of that sort. But I'm just saying, if you know something now, it doesn't hurt to share it. It does not. I'm talking about where you can have a conversation with somebody. A lot of people don't think credit's important. Every time I go to the barbershop, like I have one conversation with my barber. Now all of a sudden half the barbershop is like, my clientele. Not half, maybe like 30%. But they're seeing it. They're like, oh my God, like I'm helping people get that first credit card, helping them open bank accounts, and that's the thing. They don't see the importance of the topic. And again, I'm telling you, everyone that doesn't understand how important credit is used properly, we will be far behind. I promise you, we will be far behind. People, they come in and they learn the information. And I don't care I don't care about race or age or anything like that. They learn it. And they said, man, I can open up. That's what America's for. They said, listen, we come here and said, man, we could open up a restaurant. We could open up, a beauty supply store. We could open up a nail shop. And it's like, everybody can. But we got to see the importance of this. I mean, people didn't even start taking me serious. Oh, no, not YouTube, but I mean, like people like, like the Facebook people. And not that that's separate from YouTube, but I mean, people that I know, they had to wait until Jay-Z said how important credit was. And I'm like, man, you know what, you're right. Know what's important in XYZ? Credit. And then all of a sudden it turned into a meme and all the rest of this stuff. But I'm telling you guys, we got to do a better job at sharing this information. But the reason why most minorities don't have the best credit or they have low scores and things like that, because we have to change the way we think about credit. We keep thinking about credit as something that's going to get us in more debt, but that's because it's used without the right education. And see, the way that I do it is I'm trying to educate as many people possible to help them accomplish their financial goals. Here's the thing. Do you guys know how many text messages I get? I'm sorry, how many emails or text messages from clients that I have? I have a client down in Florida, won't say her name, but you guys will see a video on her next month because we're going to do something a little bit different. I'm going to start doing client success story videos. I'm going to work on the first one tonight. And because a lot of people, I know you guys trust me and you guys call and things of that sort. You guys haven't even seen like the people we're helping, like for real. Like you guys should see what's happening. People are buying houses, they buying cars, they lowering their car payments, they're getting better credit cards and things of that sort. And I mean, that's the thing, and we're doing such an amazing job. You're welcome, Jose. We're doing such an amazing job as we're working together. But either way, what I noticed was that the reason why a lot of them, most minorities don't have the best credit, is because we have to change the way we look at it. Most of our parents, again, they didn't really deal with credit. No, their grandparents had homes. A lot of people kind of grew up. What I'm seeing with a lot of blacks and Hispanics, we grew up, with our grandparents a lot for the most part. And, and then, of course, the house is there. So they kind of feel like, well, there's no reason to kind of go into credit. No. We got to learn it. We got to learn it. The channel's here. I don't care where you get your information from, but you have to learn it. That doesn't mean that, we're not trying to educate everybody. I want everybody to learn from my videos. I don't care. But one of the things that motivated me to start helping people with their credit was I got tired of seeing people that look like me get denied and not know why. That was the thing. They came in. I'm talking about people would literally get off the bus, try to buy a car. They got kids with them. They try to buy a car and get denied. They got to get back on the bus. You know how embarrassing that is? And again, not that you're trying to get new debt or something. Like they need a car to get around. They got jobs and stuff, but the credit was just, either didn't have it or it was so bad because they didn't know how to maintain it. Not everyone that has not the best credit is looking to get accounts and not pay for it. Again, I talk about in 2008. So I'm gonna let you say that. She hate me. So, and that's the thing. And he's absolutely right. We look at it as being lame, or we don't want to talk about credit, or whatever the case may be. I'm telling you, we're going to just fall behind. Not fall behind other races or other ages or other backgrounds. We're going to fall behind financially because we don't get it. We're like, man, you know what? Well, I'll just keep renting. And like, for how long? So I mean, what again, what are your goals? It's okay. Let me tell you something. It's okay to have financial goals. It's okay. It's okay to want to buy a house, get a car, lower your car payment. I'm a huge Dave Ramsey fan. But again, Dave Ramsey is perfect if you're trying to get out of debt. But a lot of times, again, do you honestly think that this stuff is like the homes and stuff like that? Who do you think that's for? If you cannot complain about your neighborhood if you're not contributing by paying property taxes, that's where all that comes from. Taxes keeps out. That's how it's supposed to be. Potholes. And that's the thing. Like, it's nothing. You can still go to a Beyonce concert and still own a home. So I'm just saying we gotta make sure, man. New video, renter versus owner. Oh man. Here's the thing. I'm never trying to hurt people's feelings, but either way, I'm gonna wrap the video up. But that's the thing. We gotta be ready to have these tough conversations. We gotta have them. It's okay to have them. Somebody gotta do it. We have to, because I'm telling you, everything I've learned, and you have no idea, people are so willing to help everybody, but we have to change the way we look at it, and otherwise we're gonna keep on putting things off. Keep on saying, hey, I'll get to that later, and we shouldn't have to, guys. But either way, of course, if you like this video, like it. You want to share it. And also, if you want to subscribe, you can always subscribe for more. But we got a lot of good stuff on the way. I'm gonna get you guys updated. You're always welcome. You're always welcome, Jose. So you guys are always. I got another video coming up about the progress with the flip property. Trying to convince my wife right now about another property. Yeah, I appreciate all you guys too. And and of course we got a lot of stuff that's gonna be dropping before the end of this year. Insane. I'm talking about like stuff you guys are not seeing on other channels. I pay attention to other channels too. But I want to make sure that, because I like to talk about things that people want to talk about. You never know. So, but don't worry. We're most definitely gonna kick it up a notch. So thank you guys so much. If you want to share it, it's up to you. You can do that. That's the whole point, right? But I'll see you guys at the next video. You guys have a good one.